What is happening, folks? I guess we have a thin wrench thin-off here. I don't know what you want to call it. Well, we got OlsaTools, DuraTech, and Capri here. And we're going to see which is the thinnest and which is worth your time getting. And let's start off with, what are thin wrenches for? They are for brake jobs. You do the front calipers on a brake, and you ever come across the pin trying to take the caliper off to get the slide the caliper off, and the pin has the other end where you got to hold on to it with a wrench and then zap it off with whatever ratchet or a cordless ratchet, and yeah, it just keeps spinning and spinning, and you put a thin wrench on it, it holds it, you can get it out. And another use for these would be suspension components like the sway bar end links. So you got the end links, and the stud sticking out for the nut is has nothing on the back but the boot. So you got to slide this between the boot and the back of the stud that's on the sway bar link, and then you got to zap out the lock nut that's on there. So this definitely holds on to it. If you get the right size, whatever you're working on, it'll hold on to it so you can zap it out. These also can make good replacements for your saw blades, because you need a lot of thin wrenches to get your saw blade off, and you always lose that pesky little tool that comes with the saw blade, or they get rusty. It's so rusty, it's so bad, they're not even usable. And you got a nice chrome version to keep around, and yeah, as do come in handy when you do need them. So there's many times you can get by with a pair of pliers or something, but they do make thin wrenches for situations like that. Not going to be your everyday wrench, because the torque is going to be a lot different. That's why you notice these are a lot wider. The torque definitely has to be there. These are super wide right here, as you can tell. Yeah, if you have it too thin, then the whole thing will bend. But whatever nut is going to be that thin shouldn't require too much torque to remove, other than maybe those studs. But yeah, that's the only drawback with thin wrenches, is they do have to require some torque on some situations. All right, so I'm going to lay it out like this. This side is metric, that side is standard. I do not have any metric OlsaTools at the moment, and I did do a quick search on their site and Amazon. They don't currently have it available at the moment, so we'll see if they come back in stock again soon. You know how crazy it is right now with the stock. So I have the Nico caliper right here, and yeah, so metric, standard. We have OlsaTools, Capri, and DuraTech. So the OlsaTools I purchased a while back for this video. So I've been adding this all up little by little. I'm finally doing the video now. I'm so backed up. But yeah, finally we get some sort of a comparison here. The best I can do at the moment. And yeah, the DuraTech was sent out to me just recently, just to complete this. And yeah, cool. The gear drive, I believe, is gone. So Great Star sent these out. So Great Star is in control of DuraTech now, and I guess that's their new gear drive. You'll see gear drive like on the clearance or here and there. I guess there's still a lot of inventory still left over. So I don't know if they're still in the mix and still being out there, or I don't know. We don't know exactly what happened. There's rumors out there that it was too close to the name gear wrench, so maybe that's why they went out, but we don't know 100% for sure what exactly happened. But anyway, it's going to be DuraTech for the Amazons right now, and they've been around for a while, so it's been around like a year now, I think, almost, for DuraTech. So cool to see their stuff. They are made in China, so keep that in mind. And I believe the OlsaTools and Capris are Taiwan. And yeah, I believe we'll see these in the tool trucks as well. They look very similar to the ones on the tool truck. I know Matco says that theirs is made in USA, but it looks pretty similar to these Capris and OlsaTools. So we don't know 100% sure on that either. And yeah, on with another thing that these are referred to are cone wrenches, but these are too thick for cone wrenches right here. These are very close to cone wrenches. Cone wrenches are stamped steel wrenches that you'll find in bicycle shops, and they're hardened as well, so they may be a little bit stronger than these. But this still could be an option as a cone wrench, because how thin these are. That maybe it might be an option for you if you're working on bikes. that it might be a little bit easier for you to clean if they get all greasy. But I don't know 100% sure how the strength would be on these. So these, even the snap-on ones, they tell you don't use in high torque situations on it, right on the wrench. So yeah, these are low torque situations, mainly for holding a thin nut in situations. So keep that in mind. Let's start off with a 1/2 inch, because 1/2 inch and 13 millimeters are pretty much similar all the way around. So we're going to do a comparison of the 1/2 inch and 13 millimeters with all of these. All right, I'm going to take the 1/2 inch Olsa tools here and the Capri tools right here, and we can see that they are identical to each other. Pretty much the same wrench, possibly from the same factory. Let's do some measurements here, and we are zeroed out. Let's raise this one up a little bit here. It is 3.5. Yeah, about roughly 3.5. There you go. Down to its thinnest point, about 3.5. Let's go to the next one here. 3.5. Let's take the 13 here of the Capri and measure that one. So yeah, 13. And it is a little wider. Yeah, 3.5. So basically all the same thickness. And 13, looks like the metric is a little more lobster claw-ish. As you can see right there, it is wider. So yeah, 1/2 inch. The standards are going to run a little bit thinner or less lobster claw-ish. And these are all made of chrome vanadium. So that is good right there. So they are going to have a little strength there. And the DuraTech doesn't say anything on the package. It says nothing on the package what it's made of, but on the Amazon site, if you search down, it says it's made of high carbon steel that exceeds ANSI standards. So it's not going to be as strong as these. And here's a 13.5 inch here. They don't appear too much bent. I'll stack them up after all this and see if any are bent, but I don't feel like I can bend any of these. If I try really hard, I could probably bend them, but yeah, there you go on that. So let's measure the 1/2 inch and the 13 here. Once again, am I zeroed? Yep, I am zeroed. And they do kind of taper off on the end. So we got like 2.7, almost a millimeter thinner. That's cool right there. And notice on the smaller sizes, they kind of taper off towards the tip. And then the larger sizes taper off just a little bit. So that's kind of cool if you really need to stick it in super tight places. Another thing I find these useful for is on air tools, on the air fittings. Some of the air fittings you had to hold on to get the air fitting on the air tool, and you need a thin wrench and can't quite get two regular size wrenches on there. But next up, we're going to stack these up and see if any are bent or anything like that. So I'll keep them the same orientation and stack them up. All right, we're going to do a little bit of action shot here. I hope you don't get sick. As we can see here, up to a certain size, they are identical again. And also tools actually goes up to a 7/8. So we'll talk about the availability on the pricing and everything on these. So yeah, Capri does not go up to 7/8. And the thinness is pretty much uniform all the way to the largest size. Not too many flaws, not too bent on any of them actually. They look very uniform. And on the metric, yeah, very uniform. Two larger sizes here are pretty much the same length. Lengthwise, the DuraTech are a little shorter. So as you can see here, average about 10 inches for the Capri and Olsa, 10 inches. And you got the larger one that goes up to like, what, 11.5. And the DuraTech, like 8 inches. Same with the metric, about 8 inches. And the metric on the Capri, yeah, like 9.5, almost 10. So a lot shorter on the DuraTech, so you can get into tight places. So that's pretty cool right there. So let's go on to the pricing. All right, before we talk about pricing, the winner for the thinnest wrench, of course, is going to be DuraTech, and I want to reassure you that with the thickness on the largest sizes, they only go up to 3 millimeters on the inside edge, and on the tapered edge, they're still 2.8. So on both the metric and standard, they are, yeah, pretty much uniform, 2.8. And with the larger sizes of these other ones, I can spend all night measuring these. They're typically 4.5, 5 millimeters. So yeah, definitely a lot thicker. So like the average of these middle sizes are. Let's do this huge one real quick. Yeah, about 5 millimeters. Drawbacks on the DuraTech is that there's no 5/8 on the standard. We do have 5/8 both on the Capri and Olsa, and the, oh man, the metric. There is no 6 millimeter, it's a 5.5. There's no 15, there's no 16, there's no 18, and skips over 25, goes up to 27 at least. But keep that in mind, those are not in the kit, nothing available. And that this is pretty much it for their thin wrenches. They do run $28 at the moment on Amazon each, but I've seen them with a 10% off coupon. So if you want to jump on them now, you're going to be about 28 bucks as of this video. And if you want to hold off for now, keep an eye on them. When they go on sale, there'll be like a little box you check off that's 10% off. So yeah, I'd say overall great value and the thinnest wrenches on the market. So yeah, definitely good to see this good comparison here. Let's move on to the Capri here. The Capris are a little bit more, about 45, I think like 50 bucks. I think they're on sale right now. So the value on these are awesome. The OlsaTools will run you a little bit higher. Yeah, they're about 67 bucks, but you are getting this extra wrench and you're getting a foam tray versus the little holder here. So yeah, I think about 40 bucks for just these four with the little holder here. But Capri Tools has a set up to 22 millimeter in a foam tray set. That's about like 130 bucks. So if you want the whole, all of them, every single one of them, it's about 130 bucks in a foam set instead of these little plastic deals. And you can also, yeah, Capri Tools, you can definitely get a nice shopping experience because you can get them individually as well, which is cool. So if you lose one, you could go on the site, easily just buy one. So the most versatile is definitely Capri Tools, and there's a lot of perks on their website. OlsaTools, unfortunately, just has this set and this set only at the moment, and that's all you get. So it's cool to see all this. I think I covered everything here. Yeah, the 1/16 sizes, the 16th sizes here with the DuraTech. So 1 inch and 1/16. A lot of 16th sizes, 15 16ths, 13 16ths. So it's going to be kind of like that kind of set for you there. Yeah, 1/4 inch and 9/32. Nice little tiny wrench here. And you got the little roll pouches here along with them. Just a little roll pouch touch to them. Other than that, yeah, I think I covered everything as far as thin wrenches go. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And once again, thank you for watching, and on to the next.